Thanks for watching today's video. Today's video is going to be on changing the engine oil on a 900 Turbo 2019. Right now the sled's all torn apart due to Turbo Dynamics 205 horsepower tune, also cold air intake, and Turbo Dynamics muffler. So we're going to change the oil according to the owner's manual. The first step would be to bring the sled to its normal operating temperature, which we can't do because the ECU is out of the snowmobile at this time. So then your next step would be place the vehicle on a level surface and then remove left hand side panel, which is already done. Remove the dipstick, which we can do right now, which is right here on the clutch side. This sled has about 800 miles on it. The dipstick is removed. The fifth step would be to remove oil filter, and we can turn to that page here to do it, which is located on the opposite side of the clutch. So we'll come over here. You're going to need a T30 to remove the oil filter. As you can see, the oil filter's right here. You have 3 screws, all T30s or 10 millimeter. Now we'll be removing the cap, which will probably need a flathead screwdriver to do so. Oh, it popped right off. Make a little mess there. So I found a light so you can see better. It's probably gonna make a mess, but so you gotta remove this filter. There she goes. Also have to remove the old gasket here. Everything is sent new. So now that we have that filter out, we can drain the engine oil, which I will show you underneath on how to do that. So this is the access to the drain bolt. So there's 2 T30 screws right there. You do not have to remove both of them, you only have to remove one. And loosen the other one, and that will let this access panel pivot. Grab my light here. As you can see there's two bolts. There's Sam, the shop dog. We have to remove both those bolts and replace both of the copper washers there. That will come in your oil change kit. We'll do that right now. Both the primary and secondary drain plugs are both T40s. And it's very awkward to get to. Trying not to lose the screw into the oil pan right now. Both of these have the copper washers on them that have to be replaced. This is an oil change kit for a 900 turbo. I ordered this right on BRP because I had to order some other stuff. Definitely get it cheaper on Amazon or one of those websites, but as you can see, it comes with a new oil filter, new gasket, and also the washers are in with the gasket for your primary and your secondary drain plug. And it comes with 3.5 quarts of OW40, which is exactly what the 900 turbo takes. And that's about what you get. As you can see, it was like $67.99 online. Like I said, you can probably get it cheaper at Amazon, but I had to order other things from BRP at the time. And that's the kit right there. Here's a quick note. As you can see, the copper washer is still on this one, but it's not on this one. That's because it's still up here on this. We can get, and there it goes. Just make sure you get the washers out. Alright, so now all the oil's out pretty much, a little bit of drip, but we're going to put our plugs back in with the new washers. You can't really mess up which way these goes in because of two different size holes. It's only 15 foot-pounds, so really not that much torque going down on them. So the drain plugs, like I said earlier, were T40s, but the cover, the access panel, is a T30. I'm sure this will be a pain in the ass to line this hole back up. I guess it wasn't as bad as I thought. But these are T30s. Now the access panel's closed all up, our bolts are back in. Now we can put the oil filter in. I'm gonna put the new gasket in, but I always like to put oil on my gaskets for my truck or whatever I'm changing the oil in. Make sure they don't dry out. First thing to do is put the gasket in before we put the filter in. You have to put it on this, not the... There's that. I'm going to take the new oil filter, drop it right into place here. It's going to sit right in there. There's that. Carefully take this over here so the new O-ring don't fall off. And there she is. Now we just got to put the bolts back in. Okay, as you can see, I got it back on. It was pretty hard for me to pull the camera and do it, but so you're gonna have a space when you're putting the cap on, but when you put the bolts in, it's gonna bring it down. Then once you get them all snug, pretty much, I just keep going around in a circle and tightening them down, make sure they're all tight. And these are gonna be the same as the cap for the service panel underneath. It's a T30, and now we'll go to adding oil to the motor. We're going to add the engine oil, which is 3.5 quarts, which is what they send you exactly in your oil change kit, W40. Make sure you have all your drain plugs in, because it'd be a shame for you to get this far and start dumping oil in. It'll all go into the floor. And then there's that. Put your dipstick back in. And start up the motor, but as my ECU is on its way back from turbodynamics, we can't really do that at the moment. And that's how to change your oil in your 900 turbo. I'm going to be posting a couple more videos of doing the cold air intake, Cudney Racing clutch kit, also installing a new ECU, 1.5 inch Ice Attack track on this. I just have the stock 1.25 Ice Cobra on this right now. Yeah, and that's going to be pretty much all the mods for this season, so stay tuned.